welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome, and if you're not new, welcome back. My name is Mez, and today we're going to be doing a terrible training time, and we're going to be talking about things you should be looking for when you are applying to clubs, or if you're in a club right now and you're still trying to decide if you like it or not. Yeah, this is just an overall what you should be looking for in clubs. Let's get straight into this video. I will be training Daisy Dew in this video, my new Chico Tink, or however you guys say it. She's level 5 right now, if you couldn't tell. But yeah, there's this glitch happening, and I have stable care on. But yeah, it just, like, only one of them is missing. It's really weird. But yeah, it doesn't really matter too much. I don't really care too much about it, because she's still happy. But I mean, very confusing. So the first thing I think you should be looking for in a club is organization. I feel when you look into a Discord server and you see that everything is organized under certain categories, all the channels are, like super organized and everything and very, very clear about everything, I think that is something that is a big sign that they are a good club. They put a lot of time and effort into the club, they make sure it looks presentable. All of that jazz just makes it, like, it seals the deal, basically. I always think of it as, like, if you're, like, going to take time out of your day to make the club look really nice and presentable, then I know that you are going to take time out of your day to, make sure that my needs are being met, I guess. That might not have been a very good analogy, but I don't know, that's just how I feel about it. And of course, as you listen to my tips, please take them with a grain of salt. Just because, a club looks nice on the outside does not necessarily mean that they're going to be so nice on the inside. Same goes with not so nice looking clubs on the outside. They could be the best club ever. These are just what I've seen, through my experiences of, looking for clubs. The next thing I like to look at is the name. The name isn't so important, I guess, it's not super important. But you don't want it to be something that's super duper long, or something that just doesn't roll off the tongue very well, or something that just doesn't really make sense. I don't know. It's just, it kind of turns me off when I see a club that has a weird name or something. I don't know. Again, there are exceptions to this rule. Like, you could have the weirdest club name ever and it'd be the best club ever. But, I just find that clubs that have well thought out names are, on average, pretty good. Another thing I like to look at when when I was looking for clubs was how they treat their members. This one should kind of be self-explanatory, but if you notice that, this club is always on fights in SSO or always starting drama, you do not want to, suffocate yourself with that toxic environment. It's just not healthy. I noticed that a lot of clubs are, they practice this thing called toxic positivity. I'm no psychologist. I will link a video in the description about toxic positivity. But it's when you're so overly happy and it's just all that I find the fakest people pretend to be the happiest, and it's like, you're always trying to make it look so nice on the outside, and you're always posting Instagram photos, and, but on the inside, when you actually get into the club, you notice that there's a lot of drama and stuff. So you want to stay away from toxic positivity as well, not just toxicity in general. Even though it might look nice on the outside, and it looks like you guys are having a good time because your Instagram posts are very inspirational and all that stuff, you really do want to look at how they're actually treating you as a person, as an individual, not just as a club member. But yeah, that's a really big tip I think I've found kind of over time. The next thing I'd say is to make sure that the schedule fits with yours. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've joined a club and I didn't know their schedule, and then I would miss all their practices because it just didn't fit with me. So now whenever, when I was kind of looking for clubs, I'd always ask, what their schedule was, when their practices were, what times and everything. And don't be afraid to kind of be overbearing a little bit. You might not want to kind of bother them with all those questions, but those questions are super duper important. And it shows the club owner or club leader or whoever you're talking to, that you really are trying to find the club that's right for you and make sure that you have enough time for them. The next thing I'd say is the aesthetic of the club. Like, I think just the overall aesthetic of a club can make or break your time there. Like, I know some anime clubs that I've looked at, and I knew immediately that they just were not for me. And I don't hate anime lovers. I'm actually friends with a lot of anime lovers, but I don't like anime too much, and that's just a personal preference. And it's, you don't want to have to do something that you try and like go do it for fun, and you take time out of your own day to do that sort of stuff and attend club practices and go to hangouts and stuff, and then you're just talking about things that you don't really enjoy. You just want to make sure that the entire aesthetic is, I guess, similar to yours. And it doesn't have to be exactly the same, because you do want to have diversity within yourself. But if it's something that you truly already know, that you've tried out and you've seen it and you've tried every form of it, and you just don't enjoy it and you're 100% sure of it, then I'd just pass on that club. Another thing you're going to want to look into is the club outfit. Not only how stylish you think it is, but how expensive it is. I've seen club outfits that are well over 1,000 star coins, and it's just not worth it in any way, shape, or form to buy the club outfit. So I would definitely, do your research. If you're really interested if you're very interested in a club, I would definitely make sure you do your research. Check out how much the club outfit is, especially if you're someone that likes to save star coins. But yeah, it's just, you want to check it out. Not only like if you think it's stylish or not. I mean, honestly, I don't care too much about club outfits as long as they look at least semi-decent. But pricing is the thing that I think you guys are going to need to kind of check out, make sure that you can afford it, all that good stuff. The next thing you should look for in a club is the rules. Now, when you join a club, most clubs are going to have rules. If they don't have rules, that is a very, very, very big red flag. Leave immediately if they don't have any rules. I think that rules are very, very important. They keep your club in line. They make sure that everybody is, remaining very kind, not being hurtful or rude to anybody. Yeah, rules are just super, super important to have in a club. So if they don't even have rules, I would definitely just skip over that club. You want to look at the rules and just see that there's, they're accepting of all people. They're not trying to exclude anybody for any reason that they can't control. Like race, I've never actually been in a club, but I've never been in a club that is racist, but I do know some clubs that, are just really rude to other, like, people of color and everything, and it's just really, really sad because they're people too, It's not like they're any different from the rest of us. It's not, but you want to make sure that, your club is including everybody. You want to make sure there's a rule about kindness and no bullying, no drama, all of the rules you'd expect from a club. Also make sure the rules aren't overbearing. There are rules that are a little bit too strict, like if you don't attend all 5 practices this week, you're going to get kicked out without a warning. And it's like, those sorts of rules you're going to want to leave as well. That's a big red flag as well. You don't want to have super duper strict rules to the point where you feel like, oh, I got a notification. But you don't want to have super duper strict rules in the club. But yeah, I just feel like that's a big turnoff to people. And it's just not cute to have super duper strict rules. Like, I don't think most club owners realize that, people have a life outside of SSO. Like, this isn't our entire life. We're very fortunate to have really, really good club leaders and just people that will keep us under, just keep us in line, I guess you could say. But, yeah, I think that's super duper important that you have people actually, imposing those rules, I guess you could say. But, yeah, even if, they're your friend, I think that's one of the biggest things I look for in a club, that even if someone is your friend and they're doing something wrong that is wrong, and then you DM them privately, you're like, hey, that wasn't cool, that's against the rules, this is your warning. Even if they're your friend, if I see that happening, I think that's like one of the biggest things that make me super duper happy when I see it in a club, because it's like, you broke the rules, whether we're friends or not, it doesn't matter. I don't know, it's just, it makes me really happy when I see people being fair to everybody, even if they're not super close or if you're super duper close. Yeah, just imposing rules on people that may be really close to them. So that's another thing you want to look out for. Another thing you're going to want to look for in a club is whether or not they use Discord. Discord is a very, very useful tool, and I think that I would never join another chat club ever again for any reason. I think chat clubs are very inefficient. I don't want to be hating on chat clubs, because there are some people that aren't allowed to have Discord or just don't like Discord. But I find that chat clubs are really, really hard to use. They just aren't efficient. Like I said, they're just not, I wouldn't join one is what I'm trying to say. It's just easier to communicate with people, being on call and everything. But, I mean, that's obviously your choice. It's your personal choice. I'm not going to force you to use Discord or anything. I just seriously recommend you guys look into it, and I would just look out for, like, if they say we require Discord in our club, because there are some clubs that require Instagram, some clubs that require Discord, some clubs require all this other info. So just look out for that. If you're not comfortable with having Discord, you should tell. And if you're not allowed to have Discord and you're really, really interested in the club, you want to make sure that you message the owner and ask if it's okay. If they say no, take it like professional and leave gracefully. Don't try and beg the club owner to let you in, even though you're not allowed to have Discord. But yeah. Another thing I would look for in a club is club horses. Club horses include main club horses, like secondary club horses, all of that stuff. If your club requires more than one horse, I would definitely, just keep an eye on that. Make sure they're not making too many secondary horses. I know clubs that have like 5 secondary horses, and all of the club members have to own all of the horses, which I think is really stupid. Like, I don't know, I'm not going to buy 6 horses just to be in a club, I think that's just not a good investment with my money. So, I mean, obviously you guys can have a difference of opinion, and if you do have a difference of opinion, I'd love to hear it in the comments, as well as a reasoning. I don't know, I just feel like having so many secondary horses is just not fair to the people in the club, but you want to make sure that they just don't have too many secondary horses. I mean, maybe like 1 or 2 is fine, but anything more than like 4 secondary horses I think is just a little excessive. And secondary horses, I mean like besides the main club horse. So an example would be in TNH, we have our main club horse, which is the Andalusian, and then our secondary club horse was the Marwari, but it has since changed to the fiery chestnut Frisian. So, yeah, I mean, you just want to make sure that they're not requiring you to have too many secondary horses. Also, I forgot to mention my game is in Spanish because I can't use the trailer when my game is in English. So yeah, that's what's happening. I'm sure a lot of you guys noticed that it was in Spanish, and you guys were probably like, what? I don't really speak Spanish, but yeah, I don't even know. But hopefully they update that soon, because it's been a bug for like the past, I want to say 3 months-ish, somewhere around there. Another thing I'd say is look at the details. Details are super duper important when you're looking at a club. Details are maybe like sending out a holiday card to all of the clubs, or just little things like that that are just, they don't have to be doing those things, but it's a really nice little touch that they add that just shows they care that much more. And I think that the dedication, just maybe it took them 5 minutes to do, but it just shows how detail-oriented those people are. And I love detail-oriented people because most of the time they are hard workers, so, you know. And again, details can be anything from just sending a card to all the clubs, or like a, you know, those images that's like happy holidays from, and then insert club name there. Or just, you know, doing holiday activities. Things of that sort are just little details that they don't have to do by any means, but it's just really nice to see it, and it just makes you know that they really do care about their club. Alrighty guys, I think that's going to be the end of today's video. Those are all of the things I think you should look for in a club. If you have any more, then please, please, please leave a comment down below. I love talking about this kind of stuff in the comments. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up, and if you really like this video, make sure to share it with a friend. I will see you all next time. Oh my gosh, that was really cute. Bye!